Second video to answer the question, how not to feel resentful about helping others. The theme of this video is, when you ask for help, how does it work out? Or are you willing to ask for help yourself as a caregiver? We're going to flip this one upside down and look at it from a totally different perspective. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. My website is pameladwilson.com. On there, a lot of helpful information for caregivers and aging adults. And in this video post, a link to the help and support page on my website. We'll see how many of you actually go there after this video. So I want to share a couple of stories, make a little fun of myself about asking for help. So earlier in my life, when I wanted to go to graduate school, as you know, if you do that, you have to take a test, verbal and math. Well, algebra was never one of the things that I was good at. I didn't like it in high school. I didn't like it in college. And I really saw no reason or no practical use for algebra. Why would I need to know how fast two trains are going to get to the same place? So I wanted to pass this test. My motivation was to get into grad school so that I could advance in my career. I was living in Venice Beach, California at the time, and I thought that I would take a community class on algebra. So I registered and I went to talk to the teacher, and I said, I'm taking this class because I want to pass the entrance exam for grad school. I am not good at algebra. Of course, I was telling myself that. And I need to be able to pass the class. So I set it up with the professor, and he agreed to help me make algebra relevant to my work experience. And it was actually a great success. But part of the success came from the way that I approached the situation, the way that I asked for help. I asked how he could help me get to where I wanted to go. And I set it up like a partnership. Many times when we ask for help, we don't think about how we set up that help or how we talk about expectations so we can fail. Another situation in my life, and this is common to everybody, but let's say that you want a job or you want a promotion and you tell your boss, oh, I'll do whatever it takes. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I was in a position earlier in my career in a consumer products company, and I did that. And I really did whatever my boss told me to do because I trusted him to teach me the things that I needed to know that I didn't know that I didn't know. Now, many people in life who I talk to say, oh, I really want to do this. But when they get into it, they didn't realize exactly what they were going to have to do. And they start saying, well, I don't want to do that. Ooh, somebody's criticizing me. They're giving me feedback I don't like. Well, it's because, again, we are asking for help and we don't realize what's involved. This is the theme of caregiving. Our parents ask for help or they need help. And without having any kind of discussion about what that help entails or the time involved or what we might be doing or the length of time that we might be a caregiver or the things that we're going to give up, we jump in with all 4 feet and we are that caregiver because it's the right thing to do and we're going to help our parents and that's what we want to do. Then all of a sudden, what happens? We feel frustrated. We get disappointed because our parents aren't doing what we're telling them to do. We get angry and we're thinking, this caregiving thing, this is horrible. Why did I do this? Why am I giving up so much of my time to somebody who really isn't helping themselves or doesn't appreciate me or doesn't care? That's the problem with caregiving. When we are that person who's vulnerable and we need help and we don't have a conversation about what that help is, many times, like our elderly parent, we start pushing back. We're like, oh, no, you can't tell me what to do. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's going to be hard. And then the person who's helping us gets upset. Understandably so. Or we could be that person who's vulnerable and needs help, and people start telling us what to do, and we're afraid to say anything. So we withdraw and we go into ourselves and we hide and we don't come out and we don't want to talk about it. So in the act of offering help and receiving help. It's so important to have conversations early about caregiving, but we don't do that because we don't know what caregiving involves. Caregiving isn't this thing that we talk about throughout our life, that we plan for, that we expect our parents to have bad health or need financial support or need a lot of our time. When we don't know what a situation involves, that's where all of us get into trouble. We have faulty expectations. Things don't work out the way that we want. We get angry. We get frustrated. We get upset. So in caregiving relationships, the best outcome is to say, Mom or Dad, I see that you need some help. Tell me what kind of help you want or what kind of help you think you need. And I'll let you know how I can help you. Now, if this is in a work situation, let's say that you're a professional caregiver, those conversations should happen as a result of a home care company coming into your home to ask what help you want, and the home care company saying, well, these are the things that we can do. Can we agree on how we're going to help each other? Same thing if it's an assisted living community or any other type of care relationship. Most of those, because they are business relationships, have these conversations about what I can do and what you expect and how we come together to help each other. So in families, if you're that caregiver who is feeling frustrated and angry because you're doing too much for your parents, it's time to hit that little reset button to say, let's have a conversation about this. Tell me what help you really want so that I'm not overstepping my boundaries, so that I'm not trying to help you too much. And I'll tell you what I actually can do, because maybe I can't do all the things I was doing before. Maybe I've decided that this is too much. Maybe we need to get some outside help. So how to not feel resentful about helping others is to have honest conversations that can be very difficult to have, because who likes conflict? Who likes to bring up uncomfortable situations, especially in family caregiving? Not many people. And it's the same thing in the workplace. Sometimes caregivers who go into private homes can kind of overstep their boundaries. They can become too helpful. They can feel like they are a part of the family of the person that they're helping. And that really isn't their role. There's a professional boundary there. Sometimes in-home caregivers and professionals can take on too much. They weren't invited to be a part of that family. They weren't invited into the personal lives of these people. They were invited to do a specific job, a specific task in a very caring manner. If you're a professional caregiver, it's possible to do that and not get over involved where you feel the same way. You feel frustrated, you feel angry, and you're resentful that you're doing so much for this person and they're not feeling thankful, or they're not giving you the appreciation that you think you deserve. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. A lot of help for caregivers and aging adults is on my website, but only if you're willing to go get that help. Only if you're willing to watch these videos, listen to my caregiving podcast every week, check out my caregiving library, maybe take an online course. Help is there, but you have to want the help. We all in our lives have to want to help and to negotiate how we help others and to negotiate how we accept help from others so it's a positive relationship. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Have a fabulous day today. I'll see you again soon in another video.